You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey guys, I'm just laughing at Saul's comment on YouTube. Monday is my day off and the market is closed. What do we do with a one-day vacation? Hey everybody, welcome to Masters in Trading Live. I get on here every day the market's open, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Go over the market, share some thoughts. Once in a while, we'll share our trade of the day. Big shout out to potentially the greatest athlete ever, Muhammad Ali. Happy birthday. I started boxing this year, and I got to tell you, I'm absolutely obsessed with watching old boxing fights. So a big shout out to Muhammad Ali. And if you haven't got a chance to watch the documentary When We Were Kings, it came out in 1997. It's on Netflix now. It won the Academy Award for Best Documentary. It is a phenomenal movie. That's a good thing to do to show our love for Muhammad Ali. Happy birthday. With that being said, yes. With that being said, today, market's strong. Market's strong. Banks, really strong performers this week. We're going to go over the banks that have reported. We have JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, across the board. Banks coming out with really positive earnings. Oil companies are doing phenomenally well. Bitcoin's got a bid. Volatility's going lower. Market's going higher, guys. Market looks really good. Let's go to the slide deck. All right, bunch of things to cover today. Over the past week, several major U.S. banks reported their fourth quarter 2024 earnings. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, and Bank of America. In front of you, I have the XLF. The XLF is the big ETF for those banks. We have our new tool that we just shared with our short-term options members. You can see XLF, lots of sell signals, lots of buy signals. XLF is super strong. But let's dig into the individual components. JP Morgan reported a 50% surge in net income to over $14 billion for the fourth quarter, contributing to a record annual profit of $54 billion. So this is Goldman Sachs. What are we doing here, JR? Let me get up a JP Morgan chart. It's a silly mistake, nice and early. What I want to demonstrate with all these charts is that when things start moving, things move in sectors. They don't move in individual stocks. So right now, the banking sector is in fuego. Absolutely in fuego. 2025, the start of the year, JP Morgan trading 240, trades up to 254. Not nearly the strongest of the bunch. Well, I just split these up. You know what? We're live. Which means I can make changes while we're live anyway. How we do that? Goldman Sachs. Let's get JP Morgan where you should be. Boom. Goldman Sachs. Look at us. We are making changes on the fly. If anybody questions whether we are live, you tell them we certainly are. Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs performing extremely well. 553 in the beginning of in mid or early Jan, trades above 603. Nearly doubled its quarterly profit, with net revenue increasing by 23% to $13.87 billion. The bank experienced significant growth in its global banking and markets division, 24% rise in investment banking. So banks, guys, across the board are killing it. Wells Fargo is actually one of the weaker of the banks, but still up 5% or so. Reported earnings $1.43, up 86 cents. Not as strong as some of the others. Citigroup, nice and strong, achieved a net income of $2.9 billion in the fourth quarter. One bank does well, all the big banks do well. That's why we want to follow things as a sector. We want to look for divergences. Morgan Stanley, earnings of $2.22 per share, a significant revenue increase to $16 billion, surpassing estimates. Investment banking rose, attracting new assets. Again, banks are doing really well, and we're also moving into a Republican president that is supportive for banks historically. Bank of America, probably not as strong as the other ones. If anything, Bank of America is on its lows from 2025. The overall message is when one starts to move, XLF, it really doesn't matter where you go. They're going to move together. We want to get long what's cheap, maybe even selling what's expensive. What do we think about for the rest of the day? Well, my personal opinion for the rest of the day is this market will just trade higher. Why will this market just trade higher? Let's pull up just basic stock charts. What do we follow? That VIX 9D, right? You want to see what's really going on? It's Friday. A measure over the next 9 days. What's going on? So here's what we look like all week. The VIX 9D. This was Tuesday. Tuesday, nice and high. Then we had CPI offered lower. And since CPI, short-term volatility measures are offered. When short-term volatility measures are offered, stocks trade higher. Keep things nice and simple. That's what I got for you today. Really good question about earnings in our All Access. I'm going to go over the earnings question for everybody, or for All Access, just talking about one of our open positions. Important. Monday, we are closed. Martin Luther King. I'll be celebrating Muhammad Ali's birthday. But Monday, we're closed, so we're not going to have a MIT Live. We'll be back Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. If you got any questions, just leave them under the video. I'm always going to get back to every question. Thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome weekend, guys. All Access, you guys don't go anywhere.